Hey guys, Real Recapped here. Today we're going to be doing a recap of the film Vampire Academy. It's a romantic fantasy thriller of epic proportions. So without any further delay, let's get started. The film starts with two teenage girls, Lissa and Rose. In a car accident, Lissa lost her entire family, but she and Rose survived. Lissa belongs to a royal family of vampires known as the Moroi. She needs blood to survive, but she can go out in the daylight. Her friend Rose belongs to the Dhampir class of vampires that act as protectors of the Moroi. Dhampirs can survive on normal food and don't need blood. They were both students at a vampire academy, but they ran away and have been on the run for a year. Rose acts as Lissa's protector and also gives her blood to feed Lissa. They've also developed a special bond where Rose can see through Lissa's eyes and read her mind from time to time. One night, they are hiding in their apartment in Oregon when Rose spots some men spying on them. These men are Dhampirs, who act as guardians. Rose and Lissa make a run for it and try to distract the guardians, but then comes Dimitri. He's the strongest guardian around, and he easily captures both of the girls. Dimitri takes them back to the academy, but on their way, they encounter some Stragoi. Stragoi are the crazy, bloodthirsty vampires that can only come out during the night. The guardians take them down after a bloody fight. The academy has strange rules where students are taking classes during the night. Dhampirs and Moroi take normal classes like science and art together. However, the Dhampirs specialize in combat while the Moroi learn magic. Lissa and Rose had a good relationship with a teacher named Ms. Karp before they left the academy. The vampire world is controlled by Queen Tatiana, and Lissa is in line to become the next queen. So her running away caused a scandal for the school. As soon as they arrive, they are taken to the principal, who's really mad at them. The principal wants to expel Rose from the academy, but Lissa's uncle, Prince Victor, pleads to let Rose stay. Dimitri also explains to the principal that Rose has a special bond with Lissa, and they should protect it. Finally, Lissa uses mind control magic known as the compulsion to convince the principal. As they try to get back into their school life, the girls find it tough to fit in. Lissa still doesn't have a particular style of magic, and her boyfriend has left her for another girl, Mia. Rose, on the other hand, has lost all her combat prowess. During her training, Rose suddenly sees Lissa talking to Christian, whose parents became Stragoi. Rose realizes that Lissa likes Christian, and he likes her too. That day, Rose takes Lissa to the cafeteria, where the Moroi feeds on the blood of humans who volunteered to become feeders for the vampires. They go to the vampire church in the night, where a bully named Jesse asks Rose to meet him the next day. She likes him, so she agrees. During the church service, someone writes a message telling Lissa to leave the academy or she will die. The next day, Rose is making out with Jesse when he tries to drink her blood, which is forbidden. Rose stops him, but he forces her, and that's when Dimitri catches them. As Dimitri is scolding Rose, she gets connected to Lissa and sees that someone has left a dead fox outside Lissa's house. Rose goes to Lissa and comforts her, but the guardians take her out. She feels terrible because the academy authorities think that Lissa is being bullied. Rose wants to help Lissa, so she asks Dimitri to teach her how to fight. The next day, Mia starts spreading the news in the class that Lissa was drinking Rose's blood while on the run. Jesse and his friend Ray even claimed that they fed off of Rose when they were intimate with her. This activity, known as mastication, is not allowed, so the girls become a target of a lot of ridicule. That's when Christian uses the fire magic on Jesse. Magic use on others is not allowed, so Christian gets punished for that. After this event, Mason, who has a crush on Rose, doesn't want to talk to her. Lissa, too, is distraught after this, and she goes to the library to be alone. Right then, Rose sees into Lissa's mind, and Christian is talking to her. He tells her that they should use magic against their enemies. Suddenly, the queen calls everyone to the meeting hall. There she calls Lissa on stage and scolds her for running away and ruining her great family name. That evening, Rose goes to Lissa's room with Victor's daughter, Nat. The wall in Lissa's room has a threat written in blood on it. Nat tastes the blood and explains how the blood is that of a Moroi, and it belongs to more than one person. Right then, Lissa enters the room. Rose tells Lissa that they should escape from the academy again, but Lissa doesn't want to run away. She decides to use compulsion to get revenge on Mia. The next day, Rose starts practicing with Dimitri. She's one of the few women Dame fears, and Dimitri wants her to get better. He also respects Rose's mother, who was a fierce guardian. Back at school, Rose gets a vision where Lissa uses compulsion to change people's thinking about her. She also uses it to get invited into Mia's room and to know about her secrets. Meanwhile, Nat has stolen Mia's laptop, and they find out that Mia was dating Lissa's dead brother, but he left her. Mason also makes up with Rose and tells her that Mia and her friends have some weird bandages on their wrists. As the days go by, Lissa regains her position as the most popular girl in the academy by using magic. All the while, Rose keeps getting better at combat. She also finds out that Ms. Karp was going crazy before she was fired. To get more information about Karp, Lissa asks for Christian's help, but he doesn't want to help her. The same night, Lissa throws a party where she demonstrates some outrageous magic tricks. However, she starts to feel agitated and Rose can sense it. Rose tries to stop Lissa from abusing magic and an argument starts. But then Lissa sees her bag in the middle of the ground. There are cameras pointed at the bag, and inside the bag is Lissa's dead cat. She tries to bring the cat back to life, but fails and gets cuts on her arms. That night, Rose tells everyone that Lissa can heal fatally hurt living things, but it also causes injuries to her. Rose in turn finds out that Karp eventually turned herself into a Stragoi. The authorities realize that Lissa is a very special sorcerer who is similar to Saint Vladimir, who was the founder of their church. They put Lissa under more observation, while Christian and Rose try to find out who's trying to hurt Lissa. Christian also tries to make up with Lissa and even kisses her, but she shrugs him off. As Lissa storms off in anger, Rose follows her, but she falls into a trap and breaks her leg. However, at the hospital, she finds out that Lissa used her powers to heal her. At the hospital, the principals tell them that officials from Romania will come in a day to make a decision about Lissa's future. That evening, Lissa, Rose, and Nat go on a shopping trip offered by Victor. They're shopping for the Equinox dance, and Victor gives an expensive necklace to Rose for the party. At the party, Jesse confesses that they made all the threats to Lissa because Mia asked them to. They also claim that they didn't hurt any animal. Lissa, on the other hand, makes up with Christian, and Nat makes out with Ray. However, as Lissa and Christian go to the library to be alone, Lissa is kidnapped by someone. Rose sees all of this, and she goes to Dimitri to get his help. However, Rose's necklace has a love charm on it, and instead of saving Lissa, Rose and Dimitri start making out. Dimitri realizes that he's been charmed and destroys the necklace. They run to save Lissa, along with Christian. Through her visions, Rose finds out that Victor caused all the problems for Lissa because he wanted her to heal his fatal disorder. Victor intends to keep Lissa hostage so that she can keep healing him and that he can become the king. He tortures Lissa to make her heal him and uses up all her energy. Right then, Rose reaches Victor's mansion and beats up his guards to save Lissa. Lissa, on the other hand, uses compulsion to get out, but she's surrounded by horrifying creatures known as Psyhounds. These hounds are Victor's pets, and they force Lissa to get into a helicopter. That's when Rose and Christian show up and save her. But Victor shoots Christian with a gun and asks his hounds to kill Rose. Christian uses his fire magic to kill the hounds, and Lissa uses her healing magic to save Christian's life. Victor is caught and kept in a holding cell, but he demands to meet Rose one last time. He tells Rose that Lissa saved her life after the accident that killed her family. Right then, Nat shows up and kills all the guards. She has killed Ray and become a Stragoi. She sets Victor free and tries to kill Lissa, but Dimitri saves her. He kills Nat and takes out Victor. After all of this, Lissa pleads to all the students that they should forget about all the bad blood between them and enjoy their student years. Rose, on the other hand, finally manages to take Dimitri down. He tells her that he likes her, but can't be with her because he's a guardian. The film ends with hundreds of Stragoi getting ready to attack the academy while waiting inside a cave. And that wraps up our recap for the movie Vampire Academy. Feel free to drop a comment below as to what we should recap next. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to turn on notifications. Thank you for watching, and see you next time on another Real Recapped.